What's up, guys? This is PEO Games, and in this video today, I will be doing the NFL wildcard predictions. Now, I have never done the predictions for NFL games before on my channel. I've only done power rankings before. But today, I will tell you who I believe will win the Super Bowl, and then I'll do the predictions for each wildcard game coming up this weekend. So here is my playoff picture. I believe that the Chargers will beat the Ravens and go on to play the Chiefs. I believe that the Texans will beat the Colts to go on to play the Patriots. I think that the Seahawks will beat the Cowboys to go on to play the Rams. And finally, I believe that the Bears will beat the Eagles to go on and play the Saints, leaving 8 teams left. From then, I will choose the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Chargers. Then I would choose the Houston Texans against the New England Patriots. I also believe that the LA Rams will beat the Seattle Seahawks. And I believe that the New Orleans Saints will beat the Chicago Bears, leaving 4 teams left: Kansas City, Houston, LA, Rams, and New Orleans. So I believe Kansas City will beat Houston in the AFC Championship game, and I believe in the NFC Championship game, New Orleans will beat LA. And finally, in the Super Bowl, I believe Drew Brees will get his second Super Bowl ring for the New Orleans Saints against the Kansas City Chiefs. So now that you've heard my playoff predictions, I will go to the predictions for the wildcard games from this article on ESPN. First is the Colts at the Texans. How close is this matchup? These teams played each other twice this season, and the combined score of the games was 58-58. One area where these teams are very different is in how they protect their quarterbacks. Indy's Andrew Luck was sacked just 18 times this season, and Houston's Deshaun Watson was sacked 62 times. If Houston can solve the Colts' offensive line, or if the Colts struggle to get to Watson, the game could swing hard in the Texans' favor. Houston is a 61.3% favorite. The first ever playoff matchup between the AFC South teams features 2 of the hottest teams in the league. Since Week 7, the Colts have gone 9-1 and the Texans are 8-2, and both teams rank in the top 5 in offensive efficiency and the top 10 in defensive efficiency, and that span according to FBI. The matchup to watch is Luck versus the Texans' 2 deep coverage. In the 2 regular season meetings, the Texans rolled to cover 2 over the dime personnel in third down situations. Look for Colts coach Frank Reich to dial up some zone beaters for this quarterback. The idea here is to occupy defenders and create open windows for Luck to target T.Y. Hilton and Eric Ebron on middle of the field throws to move the sticks and extend drives. Both experts on this article believe that the Texans will win. I believe the Texans will win by a field goal. I think it will be a very close game. Next up is the Seahawks at the Cowboys. Everybody knows the Cowboys like to run the ball, but the Seahawks really like to run the ball. Seattle's 2,560 regular season rushing yards led the NFL and made the Cowboys' 1,963 look pedestrian. Seattle is even averaging 2.77 rushing yards per carry before first contact, which is better than the 2.65 Dallas and its vaunted offensive line put up. Ezekiel Elliott comes in rested, though, and the Cowboys were 7-1 at home this season, while Seattle is 4-4 on the road. Dallas has a 57.3% chance to win. The Cowboys are the favorites in this game, according to FBI, and their play at home this season has something to do with it. Dallas ranked in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive efficiency in home games this season. The Cowboys also ranked in the top 10 in total QBR at home this season, though Russell Wilson actually had a higher QBR on the road than at home. The matchup to watch is Dak Prescott versus Seattle's third down pass rush. The Seahawks registered the lowest blitz rate of any defense in the league this season, but this unit led the NFL with 27 third down sacks. This is a combination of an athletic defensive front and a physical back 7 who play with technique in the Seahawks core coverages. Watch for Seattle to stick in its single high safety looks while utilizing twist stunts on the defensive line to create pressure on Prescott. So one expert believes that the Seahawks will win and another believes that the Cowboys will win. I believe the Seahawks will win this game. I think the Seahawks will win by 7 points. I just can't trust Dak Prescott. Even though they're at home, I trust Russell Wilson more as a quarterback. Now on to Sunday's games. The Chargers at the Ravens. These teams just met a couple weeks ago, and Baltimore got the better of the matchup in the Chargers building. Now the Chargers, being a 12-4 wildcard team, had to travel the length of the country for an early window Sunday start and try to solve a Ravens running game that baffled them and everyone else over the second half of the season. Will it help the Chargers that they're the first team to see this Lamar Jackson offense up close twice? Perhaps, and the road hasn't bothered the Chargers, who posted big conference wins in Pittsburgh and Kansas City en route to the second playoff appearance in the past 9 years. The LA Chargers have a 50.8% chance to win. When these two teams meet in Los Angeles in Week 16, Philip Rivers has his worst total QBR in this game this season. However, Rivers has been much better on the road this season, posting an 81.3 total QBR, compared with 58.9 at home. Though the Ravens' defense finished second in points allowed and first in yards allowed this season, it actually ranked 7th in defensive efficiency, according to FBI, below the 5th-ranked Chargers. The matchup to watch is Rivers versus Baltimore's pressure packages. In the Ravens' Week 16 win over the Chargers, the Baltimore defense racked up 4 sacks and 8 quarterback hits on Rivers. And we know Baltimore is going to dress up the defensive front to manipulate protection schemes. It's on Rivers to identify blitz situations and find open windows on second-level throws when Baltimore brings its 5-man zone pressure. One expert believes that the Chargers will win this game. The other believes that the Ravens will win this game. I think the Chargers will win this game because it's on the road. Philip Rivers is playing better on the road. And just because the Baltimore Ravens are starting their first rookie quarterback in the history of NFL in the postseason. And the final wildcard game is the Eagles at the Bears. Opposing quarterbacks posted a league-low 50.8 total QBR against the Bears this season, but this is Nick Foles in January, and a year ago that was pure magic. The defending Super Bowl champs were left for dead 6 weeks ago, but they won 5 of their last 6 games to snag the final NFC playoff spot. More than any team playing this weekend, except certain pockets of Seattle's roster, the Eagles know how to win playoff games. It will be a far tougher road from the number 6 seed than the one they took from the number 1 spot a year ago, but everybody knows it's not easy to knock out a champion. Chicago has a 69.1% chance to win. The Bears are FBI's biggest favorites of the weekend thanks to mainly the best defense in the league this season, ranking first in defensive efficiency according to the FBI, and first in opponent total QBR allowed. But don't sleep on the Bears' offense either. Mitchell Trubisky ranked 3rd in the league in total QBR, and the Bears ranked 10th in offensive efficiency this season. The matchup to watch is Vic Fangio's defense versus Zach Ertz in the red zone. The Eagles' tight end has 116 receptions this season, including 7 touchdowns inside the red zone. What's the answer for the Bears' number 1 ranked defense? Based on past opponents, I anticipate the Bears using outside linebackers Khalil Mack and Leonard Floyd to disrupt the release of Ertz with a linebacker or safety catching over the top to limit the tight end's production and scoring position. So one expert believes that the Bears will win, the other believes that the Eagles will win. I believe that the Bears will win because defense wins championships, defense wins games, and the Bears have the best defense in the NFL. So thank you guys for watching this video. Look forward to future playoff prediction videos for the NFL in the future. And for daily content on sports and games, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.